It's warrior time, YouTube! I am here in the beta, finally with my warrior, because I haven't brought you like any footage with my warrior. And actually warriors are one of my favorite classes to play. So I have to bring you guys some footage. I will bring you probably some battlegrounds or so, because warriors right now are so fun. And well, before they were fun, now they're even funner, in my opinion. Okay, some people are saying that they're dumbed down. They're not. They're really not dumbed down. They're still fun, and they just changed the stances, so they make it so like you need to like change stances in the right time. Like you don't have to change stances for certain skills now, but you do have to change stances for situations, which is what right now kind of is it in Cataclysm. Like you change stances in situations more than just to do a certain skill. Like you're not like jumping from stance to stance like every 10 seconds, but more likely you're gonna jump a stand like to a stance in a minute for a little bit and then go right back to the other one right away. That's how it is right now, but on beta stances are way different. So the first thing we're gonna go over, it's the stances. Battle stance increases the rage regenerated from normal melee attacks by 100%. That means your auto attack generate twice as much rage as they do before. Excuse me. So this is good. Why? This is good because there's a big change in the way that rage works in Cataclysm, not in Cataclysm, in Mist of Pandaria. Now, you don't generate rage for damage taken. You only generate rage from damage done. So when you are doing a lot of damage, when you're on a one-on-one situation or so, and you're not getting targeted, you're gonna be in battle stance. But as soon as you're being targeted by 2 or more people, I would say, I don't know if 1 yet, but 2 or more people, you wanna go to berserker stance because it generates rage from damage taken. Now I haven't tested this. I don't know how good this is. I don't know how much rage generates from damage taken. But if you are getting hit by 2 people and you pop this, you're gonna have tons of rage. Now having tons of rage means tons of damage now, because rage is a lot slower than it used to be. But yeah, but it could be equal to battle stance when you getting 2 or more people on you. Now, and then we have defensive stance. Defensive stance is buffed now for all warriors. It decreases the damage taken by 15%. That's an extra 5% than it used to be, and it reduces your chance that you're gonna be critical hit, so by 6%, and that's really good, really good. Okay, so let's get into the talents. I went for double time just because I missed that. I missed charging and intercept, so double time is good right now. Before this patch, this debuff. Well, I didn't get the debuff. No, because it charged. Fucking A. I charged. My Naga spams really fast, so I had to be really careful with double time because it will spam charge twice. So let's wait for the cooldown, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this time I did it once. Okay, this double time debuff, this used to be 15 seconds instead of like the 20 seconds. So, and they fixed that, of course, because it would have been that much better than all the other ones. But when you had a 15-second debuff, that means that your charge was pretty much a 15-second cooldown, because if you didn't have to charge twice in a row, you could just wait those 15 seconds and charge again without having a 20-second cooldown. Now it's different. But I think double time is still good, or as good as Juggernaut. But I don't know about Warbringer unless you like soloing or doing something fun, something weird. I shouldn't say fun, just something different. But I don't find Warbringer that great because there is a glyph. There's a glyph, the glyph of Bull Rush, that increases you're stunned by almost 1 second. So it's not 1 second, but we're gonna say 1 second because I don't want to do 0-point maths. So pretty much you will have a 4-second knockdown right here, which is really good every 20 seconds. Plus Shockwave does double stuns, and I don't know if they have DR. Probably not, because Shockwave does, yeah, Shockwave does DR with a lot of things. But yeah, double time is good in my opinion. Juggernaut is good too, but I'm gonna be checking out double time and see how it works. Second tier, I went for second wind because I'm gonna be doing battlegrounds and soloing and stuff, so I don't want to worry about an extra button. Well, it's not an extra button because it's already there. It's already my victory rush. But I think without pressing anything, just the healing is as good as impending victory, I believe. I'm not sure. When we get add-ons in the beta, when they allow add-ons in the beta, that's when I'm gonna check out how much impending victory versus second wind does in a period like 3 minutes or so, or 1 minute to compare it to enrage regeneration. But for arena, enrage regeneration is the way to go, I believe, and for tanking too, because it's such a good cooldown for tanking. So yeah, but for battlegrounds, for soloing battlegrounds and stuff, second wind, pending victory, we'll have to see. Next tier, piercing howl. Now this one is buffed. Piercing howl is buffed from how it is right now on live. It has a 20-yard range. This is awesome. And it says it reduces movement speed by 15 seconds. But I read in the patch note, not in the patch notes, in MMO Champion I read, I'm not sure if they changed it or not, that is only gonna be 6 seconds. Let's see if we can do it on this dummy. Is it immune? Okay, let's hit it for a little bit. Come on, reach. Do I even have it binded? Am I that bad? Okay, where is it? Why don't I have it binded? That's weird. I thought I did. Okay, it's 15 seconds. Maybe it's 6 seconds on players. I'm not sure. We'll see on my next video when I do a battleground with this guy. Okay, then disrupting shout. It's alright. I mean, I don't think it's at the same level than piercing howl in my opinion. If it was like a 25-second cooldown, yeah, that would be awesome, because I already have hamstring, I would say, in my head. Why take piercing howl when I can take something as cool as this? But it's not as cool because it's a 40-second cooldown, and I don't like it. I don't like that long of a cooldown for an interrupt. Even though it is an AoE interrupt, I still don't like it, because even if it is an AoE interrupt, I'm never gonna interrupt like more than 2 people. Like, think about it. When are you gonna have like 3 people in the same range of 10 yards casting at you? No, normally range spreads out, so you're never gonna be interrupting more than 2 people if you get lucky anyway. So I don't think it's that great. And then staggering shout, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, why? Like, why don't you just bring back improve hamstring instead? I don't like this, because how are you gonna have so many people slow down without piercing howl, and you're not gonna be able to root all those many people? So it's stupid. Unless it was in a different tier, it's not good. It's like, meh. I don't like it. But if you like it, if you find it good, go ahead. Okay, Blaze Storm in this patch of the beta is not as attractive as it was in the before this last patch of the beta. What happens is that they made Spell Reflect. By the way, cause it goes no rage now. Spell Reflect, they made it so it has a 15-second cooldown instead now. This is probably one of the greatest buffs the warriors are getting. This is, yeah, one of the greatest. So it has a 15-second cooldown now. So like a freedom doesn't sound as attractive now that we have a Spell Reflect, because you can reflect lots of things. And when you're like slowed or rooted, you can pop up your shield and reflect when you need to, because you normally use Blaze Storm for a freedom against casters. For melee, it's more about damage, but it's not doing that great of damage right now. They should probably buff it. They should probably give like a passive buff for like, I don't know if for Fury, because Fury is gonna be able to do a lot of weapon damage with that. But for arms, they should probably do like a passive buff for it, or else it's not that great. But Shockwave is awesome. A 20-second cooldown, 4-second stun, and its cone is an AoE cone. And I'm good with cones because I played a mage and I had to learn how to be good with Dragon's Breath and with Cone of Cold. So I got good with cones too, so I'm gonna be good with this one too. And plus I used it as pro for a long time anyway, so I'm used to it too. Dragon's Roar is great, I think, but 40-second to 45-second cooldown would be a lot better. Even though it is a 5-second knockdown, still 30 or 45 seconds would be up to this one, like the same, equally as good, we could say. Then Mass Spell Reflection, I just love it. I just love it. You reflect two spells. Okay, so let's read it. Your spell reflection protects you from an additional spell and protects party and raid members within 20 yards from a single spell for 5 seconds. Now, the AoE part, I don't think that's a reflect. I think it just protects them from a spell. I don't think everyone reflects. I think they just get protected, but I'm not sure. It would be funny to see a bunch of people just reflecting a bunch of spells back. That would be awesome. Safeguard. It's like intervene, kinda. Run at high speed towards a party or raid member, removing all movement effects upon you. So kinda like a freedom. Intercepting the next melee or range attack made against them and reducing their damage taken by 20% for 6 seconds. This sounds really good for like organized PvP, like organized crime, organized PvP. Yeah, like arena, raid background, stuff like that. That you're gonna have your allies by you, and you're gonna be able to do such thing. But when you're soloing battlegrounds, random battlegrounds and stuff, this sounds like shit, really. And your place is intervene, so yeah, like I thought, it is intervene. And then vigilance. Vigilance is really interesting, and this, I think, with the right comp, will be really good for arena. Focus a protective gaze on a party or raid member, transferring 30% of damage taken to you. So your healer is getting blown up. Pop this. Oh, it's what is it called? It's a sack. It's a sack for the healer. It's awesome. What else does it say? During the duration of vigilance, your taunt has no cooldown and attacks against the target cause it to become enraged. So you're gonna be enraged for the whole time. Now the taunt part is only for tanking, so this is good for a for a threat losing cooldown. But I haven't had threat problems in so long, really, in so long, that I don't think I'm ever gonna use this for tanking. But it does sound very good for arena, because yeah, it's a sack plus you become enraged, so it's awesome. And then rage is really important, even more than before. Now the last tier is a really fun tier. Stormbolt, I don't know if it's up to pair with all the rest. I don't know if it's as good. But Avatar, now they nerfed it a little bit from how we've seen it before. It was a 1-minute cooldown, but now it's a 3-minute cooldown, and I still think it's worth it. I still think so, because it's a nuke with freedom. Okay, you transform into an unstoppable colossus for 20 seconds, increases your damage dealt by 20%, and causing your attacks to generate 50% extra rage. So imagine that, plus enrage, and plus wreck. You are the recklessness avatar. Yes, it's not gonna be called Wreck Storm anymore. It's gonna be called Wreck Avatar. Yes, Wreck Avatar. And there's a glyph that I'm gonna show you in a second that makes it so you don't take any extra damage from recklessness. It's awesome. Okay, Bloodbath. Your special attacks causes the bloodbath effect for the next 12 seconds. Bloodbath. Your target bleeds for an additional 30% damage. 30% damage of the chicken attack over 6 seconds. While bleeding, your target moves at 50% reduced speed. So now this one makes more sense. No, it doesn't. Staggering shout. No, it still doesn't. Okay. So I don't know if this stacks, if this bleed stacks, but you can pop this and pop wreck and pop other stuff, and they're gonna bleed and you're gonna do tons of damage. And then Stormbolt is it replaces your heroic throw. It does 100 weapon damage and stuns and silence for 3 seconds. So mages no blink right there, unless they trinket. Why would they trinket that? Deals an additional 300% weapon damage if the target is immune to stuns. Meaning that if you pick this, you pick Shockwave, and you pick Warbringer, you're like the biggest stun warrior. You're a stun warrior because you're gonna have so many stuns that they're all gonna be on DR half the time, and your Stormbolt is gonna hit for 300% weapon damage. Okay, let's get into glyphs really fast. Bull Rush increases your charge stun for almost a whole second. It's great. It's great because your charge already charges like stuns for a lot. Gag Order. This is awesome. You can have this glyph for any spec of the warrior. You can have Gag Order and you can have Piercing Howl together. And Shockwave. This is like the ultimate warrior of all times. This is awesome. And then Heroic Leap reduces its cooldown by 15 seconds. The thing is, look at this. It says 30-second cooldown. What happened? They lowered the cooldown of Heroic Leap. The base cooldown is 45 seconds now. So this glyph makes it a 30-second, making Blazestorm even less exciting. It's awesome. Now, the glyph of the minor glyphs are all like good looking stuff. Like this one makes it so, yeah, you saw that, like it makes it like a bunch of electricity. Your Thunderclap. Okay, Thunderclap is awesome now. It reduces physical damage dealt by 10%. So it's like Demoralizing Shout now. So Thunderclap is like damage plus Demoralizing Shout. It doesn't any longer slow attack speed. I don't think any spell in the game does that anymore, because it was annoying. It was annoying, like slowing casting time and slowing attack speed. It was annoying. Okay, but it does demoralize the target now. It's awesome. And what else do we have? Mystic Shout. I shouted while I charged. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like up in the air. Okay, I'll show you when that's on cooldown. And then Burning Anger. Let's see if we can get crit. Watch my executes. That's so strong. 57k non-crit. That's ridiculous. 57k non-crit. Okay, there's a crit. Oh, wait, that didn't enrage me. What the freak? Oh, it's 140. 150k. Okay, supposedly I'm supposed to catch on fire, but I'm not on fire. Come on, enrage me. Enrage me. Enrage me. Enrage. Enrage. Why are you not enraging? Hurry up. Enrage. Enrage. Come on, enrage. Come on. Come on. Well, anyway, the catching on fire, it's not that cool though anyway. Like, it's not like super fiery, like you're burning from like combustion or anything. It doesn't look like that. It's not that cool. Oh, here is my battle shout. See, I'm up in there, then I fall. It's kind of cool. But the one that I really want, that I'm gonna replace that one with, is Blazing Trail. That is a new one. It's a brand new one. Just came out with this patch. Your charge leaves a trail of fire in its wake, pretty much in its path. If you're going to charge, why not do it with some style? That's awesome. That's like my favorite glyph right now. Okay, but other glyphs, we have Blitzing here. Cleveland is still there. Colossus Match is still there. I already talked about that one. Enrage, when you're enraged, your movement speed increased by 20%. But crits right now are rare, so anything that has to do with crits is not that great. That's why, yep, I don't know what I was gonna say right there. Reduces the cost of sundown by 100%. That could be useful, but it's not as great as these other ones. Like, it's not up to it. I think they should have left prime glyphs and all this stuff, but they should have changed like very important glyphs, like for example Bull Rush versus Heroic Leap versus Gag Order. This should be improved hamstring right here. Let's say that's improved. It's not, but let's say it is improved hamstring. So that one, what else? Long Charge, Recklessness, and Spell Reflection. There would be in like the prime glyphs to choose from. Like it's a big decision to choose from those 5, but I don't think like I would choose something like Furious Sundering over any of those 5s, meaning that is in a different level of glyphs. That's why that one should be in the majors. So Furious Sundering, Enrage, and Glyphs of Fury and Sundering. What? Enrage Speed, Cleaving, Blitz, things like Bloodthirst, Heavy Recuperation, Mortal Strikes, and all these other glyphs that are not as powerful, as game changing as those glyphs. Those should be major glyphs. They should go back to the major glyphs, and then minor glyphs, they should be all like the cool looking stuff that is just for like just to eye candy. Okay, I think that's it. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't put my Glyphs of Recklessness because I didn't have it. No, I do have it because I'm not gonna be popping Recklessness that often in Battleground, so no Glyphs of Recklessness for now. But for Arena, yes, it is gonna be right there. It's gonna be over here. I'm gonna replace it for Bull Charge. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, yeah, we have to talk about Sweeping Strikes. Sweeping Strikes has no cooldowns now. No cooldowns. It just takes rage. Sweeping Strikes, right here. I can execute someone and it's gonna execute someone else. I just got an 150k crit, dude. Dude. 150k crit. That's insane. I'm level 85. I'm not level 86 yet. Not even. That's ridiculous. You can, yeah. I don't have anything else to say that. Sweeping Strikes is great now, and it lasts 10 seconds, and it does it hits an additional target. But there's a glyph for this. Let's go back into glyphs. That makes it so it lasts 50% of the time, but it hits an additional target. That's really good too. Really good. Okay, what other new skills we have? Die by the Sword. Increases your parry chance by 100% and reduces damage taken by 20% for 8 seconds. Has a how long? 2-minute cooldown. I thought it had a 1-minute cooldown. It's a 2-minute cooldown. So much better than Retaliation. I was talking about that in my basic warrior guide. Yeah, this is so much better than Retaliation. So much better. What else do we have that's new and different and exciting? Slam doesn't have a swing time and it hits like a fucking truck now. It hits so hard. Like, look at that. 20 non-crit, 16 non-crit, 16 non-crit, and then that 4 that came out of nowhere. That almost like. Okay, what else do we have here? Nerfs. Pummel is on a 15-second cooldown now. Man, I don't care. I have Spell Reflection on 15-second cooldown. Intimidating Shout is now on a 1-minute cooldown. Let's see what else. Rallying Cry is still the same shit than before. Disarm, you don't need to be on a different, like no skills require stance anymore. Stance are just buffs that you get. They're like, I don't know, Palioras, I guess. Oh, Mortal Strike, this is a big one. Well, now it's in a 6-second cooldown. That's kind of a nerf. It still does the mortal wounds that it wounds the target, reducing the healing for 10 seconds per. Is still 25%, hopefully. And it generates 10 rage now. So it generates rage now. It's awesome. Overpower is the same, a little bit nerfed than life, but slam is buffed, so slam is really good right now. And then I think that's it for now. Is it? Beep, 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 beep. I think so. Okay, that's it for now. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, subscribe if you wanna. Big waiting for a warrior PvP video very soon. Until next time, good hunting.
Pleasure.